welcome to the channel. Alrighty, so just the basic thing is we're going to be talking about self-improvement, but to start off with, we're making a chicken recipe for meal prep. And in this chicken recipe meal prep, I want to give you some guides of how we're doing it. I got this recipe from some friends and online, so we're going to try it. But yeah, this first video is going to be probably a test of stuff, but just to get the gist of it, it's me explaining basically what's going to be going on here on the channel. So for starters, before we get into the top, first things first, we got to cut up our broccoli because it's a chicken, rice, and broccoli meal prep bowl. So you're just going to get in there, cut off the tops. At this point, you should be able to break it off at least a little bit. If not, you just give it a little slice. And it should be able to rip off a little bit easier. And you want these in like almost bite-sizable pieces because we're going to make enough for at least 4 days. Not 4 days, but like 4 working days. So you need a meal prep for lunch. This is a recipe I'd recommend. For starters, this channel is mainly going to be about my self-improvement vlog journey. We're going to be trying out different methods of self-improvement and see how they work, rate it, guess it. And on the channel, we're going to be working with how different self-improvement methods work, how to improve yourself if you're doing this on your own, you don't really have friends nearby, and taking advice from other people as well. But for the meantime, just welcome to the channel, and we got done with the first part, cutting up broccoli, and then once we're done with the broccoli, we're just going to put this all in the pan, sprinkle it in, whatnot, because we're going to steam this later with some lemon, which helps out with your diet. And we have a few big pieces in there, so if you're going to cut up some lemons and put them in, and then we're going to steam it with a little bit of oil also in the pan as well, just so it fries and steams a little better. Now, when it comes to self-improvement, you kind of want to have a game plan in mind. Like, you never know, you're never just going to just start at random. By the way, we're going to use chicken breast as the main meal portion. So we got about 4 pounds of chicken here, and we're just going to cut it down and make sure it's in the bite-sizable pieces. So, next stage. Chicken. As this recipe goes along, just so you understand some things, like, let's look at the chicken here. For self-improvement, you come in a package, you're uncooked, you can't be eaten, nobody's going to like you, because you might die from it. But overall, you can make yourself into something if you put the time and effort into it. Note, if you want a more even cook, you sometimes can either trim down the chicken or smash it down. But for time's sakes, we're just going to cook it like it is. So for the start part here, you kind of want to cut off all that unnecessary fat and tendon stuff that you just don't like in the chicken, or you don't want in the chicken. Nobody likes eating a piece of chicken like a tendon. Sure, it's the muscle you want to start building for stuff, but it's not really that good. Now, for seasonings and stuff, we kind of have like a seasoning bowl here thing. I use just a mixture I got off the line. You could use any type. Mine has like a little bit of paprika, onion powder, some pepper, or garlic in there, but I'd recommend it for anybody. So before we get into mixing stuff, you kind of just want to go through your chicken, make sure there's nothing on there that's bad. If so, you just take a knife, go in, cut it off. Now, do know, self-improvement is going to be like cooking this meal. You got to put time and effort into it and understand what you're doing. You got to have to plan it out. You can't just snap your fingers, just smack the chicken. You can't just smack it or hit it head on and think, oh, it's going to be all done and over with. Just after that. Like, that's it. That's all you needed to do. Nope. It takes time, effort, and the main part, patience. Okay, so now that you got your chicken peeled, your chicken ready, you got it prepped, we're going to mix it into our seasonings, which is just a mix of stuff. But We'll put it on a pan, put it in the oven, which we preheated to 425, and we're going to cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now, why am I making a self-improvement channel involving cooking? Well, for starters, look at yourself as this piece of chicken. You're just plain, like you have nothing, you don't taste good. Plus you can kill somebody. And you're not going to be able to, like self-improvement's like, you're not going to be able to just fix yourself overnight just like that. You're not going to do that. But you will be able to take time, plan out what you're going to do first, and then learn how to make a recipe. Now, when it comes to learning to make the recipe, you're going to have to do your research, which is where we're going to be doing, which is where I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be learning all these new different methods and applying some of the stuff that I've already learned into this channel. So you guys can learn how to do it yourself and have an understanding of it. But for right now, we're just going to talk about the recipe and a little bit of mixture of what good things come of having self-improvement tendencies, or why you should start self-improvement and what would be the first thing to start. For me, I kind of took the approach of working out and getting more focused on fitness and mental stuff, and mentally fit. It's taken me a while. I've come from a long way. It all started when I joined this group called Beast Nation. Call out to a great group, and they're full of like-minded individuals. But I have to say, one of the main things that I suggest starting with, because that's the whole point of this video, and is pick one thing you want to start with. It can either be fitness, dating, or financial. You can do financial, I think should be like your second one. Fitness, I think should be your main one. What's some of the good that can come from it? Well, some of the good that can come from fitness is you're more mentally well and be able to be more fit, feel more comfortable in your body and have the confidence you need to improve. Many benefits to fitness and self-improvement, but also there's many things you could do to help use it to your liking. Like I said, fitness is one. I recommend fitness because let's say this seasoning here is your fitness. It's like working out, having a proper nutrition and diet. This is you. I drop you in. Get you covered in seasoning, you know. And look at that. You're on your first stage to being a delicious meal. And it looks like my camera thing's about to overheat, so we'll be changing an angle here soon. You're going to be taking your chicken, you're just going to drop it into the seasoning you've prepared. I'd say it'd probably take a few cups or whatnot. You get it around, make sure it's fully coated, covered properly. But yeah, this is fitness. Fitness gets you to the stage of being able to start your progression. My camera's overheating. My stand. Alright, we're going to be changing the camera angle here soon because my little guy here is overheating. So, we're going to have a new camera angle and we're going to have a hidden cameraman. I'm not going to explain who it is. But yeah. For right now though, also, starter for the pro part of this cooking, you want to prepare some water for the rice. I recommend basmati rice. You always want to get like a big bag of it because a lot of these meal preps include rice, so it's a lot. But yeah, we're going to be trying different recipes, not just meal preps, but they are the main key stages to where you want to go in life. Another thing that I believe is also important that I'm starting here again too, which you will learn on the channel with me as we go along, is getting closer to, like, you may not agree with me, but I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, He died on the cross for us, but in my opinion, I need to get closer to Him, and it's helped me through this journey. I've gotten closer to Him since I started. It took a minute because it's hard for sometimes to understand some things, but when you find your center ground or whatnot, we're about to start frying up these broccolis because chickens are breaded over there, which you can see. Make sure they're fully coated, covered, that way you get all the seasoning in it. Now, unfortunately, for my idiot self, still first time cooking, I forgot to measure out how much seasoning. So I used a little much, so we're going to come over here and we're just going to sprinkle it onto this broccoli. Alrighty, so once you get the broccoli and season and everything, you can throw in the lemon. I did that after, but you throw it in. You're going to take your lid, and you're just basically going to do that. That's it for the broccoli. At this point, the rice should be, the water should be boiled, and you should have your rice in, steaming already. Chicken's in the oven, right there. Now we're going to take a Alright, and also at the start of every video, I'm going to post a certain quote, sort of like a quote of the day for the video, and we're going to discuss it later on in the video. Unfortunately for today, since this is the first video, and I kind of rushed this because I wanted to get started, kept pushing it off, but right now we're back to the main point of just trying to get through this. But yeah. Fuck, I can't talk. Alrighty, so broccoli is practically done at this point, so you just want to shut that off. Rice, also done. I recommend also washing the rice beforehand. It's actually better. I didn't do that this time, totally forgot about that. But yeah, so we still got a few more minutes on the chicken, but since we got all this done, if you wanted to, you can put it in the meal prep containers, but I like putting everything in at once. That way it kind of like works out. So we're just gonna see how this goes. Broccoli, I don't know. But yeah. Alrighty, so chicken is done, and we're just gonna take a look at it here if we can. Yeah, it should be able to fall apart once you put the stuff in. But now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna come over here, grab your containers. You should be able to have microwavable containers. There's a lot on the market. I just go with the cheap ones that are plastic here. They can be reused, or if they break, you can buy them new, cheap. But there's many different opinions about different containers, so it's up to you. But we're just going to use the good old plastic containers, and then we're going to get everything situated here. So, get started. First things first, you always want to start with the rice as your main layer. Grab a spoon. If I can find the spoon. Where's the spoons? I lost the spoons. I just use this. I don't know. It looks like a good spoon for scooping stuff. Oh. Like you can do a nice flat layer of rice, or with the broccoli you could do half and half and then put the chicken on top. But we're just doing this right now. Like so. Now, I didn't get enough broccoli, so note to self, always go with a little bit more. It's fine if you do make a little bit more, because then you can eat it once you're done. But yeah. So we're just going to get all this into the meal prep containers, and we'll see how it goes from there. But in doing so, we're going to be learning a lot, be learning as we go, so don't attack me yet if I don't know something. I'm still learning stuff. We all are. You should be learning a new hobby, a new diet program. You should be learning new things. Working out, I've learned a lot. So I'm going to be trying to present some stuff. There's a lot I don't know, but there's a lot I do know at the same time. I'll get into more than that. But for right now, we're going to cut away till when the chicken's done, and we're going to be able to start meal prepping this. Now, when it comes to plating the chicken, you can do many different things. Like, you can cut them diagonal. So, a little too much seasoning. But you can cut them like so. That way that nice juiciness still stays in there. This is how I'm going to cut it today. Cut them diagonal. Or you cut them into chunks like I'm turning into somehow here. or just, it should be good to where it just falls apart. That's how you know the chicken's done. Then you just plate it. And this recipe should be good enough for at least 4 meals, and it should be able to last in the fridge for a while. There you have it, a delicious meal. Now with self-improvement, you can go from that raw, uncooked chicken to this perfectly seasoned, cooked chicken in the end, where you will be happily satisfied with yourself for the work you put into it, and also for the product that comes after it. It's going to be a delicious meal. And from here on until later on, I will be packing up the rest, don't worry. I can see you in the comments. If you're there, it's fine. But from here on out, this is mainly what our journey is going to be. It's going from start to finish. It's going to look rough at first. The process is going to be long, but in the end, it's going to look delicious. So stay tuned and catch you all in the next one. Peace, or God bless, praise, or just peace, or stay peaceful.